Hello, my name is Tinaraine. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited that you can join me today. Today we're gonna talk about my garden. I told you about my garden that I have been doing at school. It's a school garden. I took it over and I started to plant some stuff to make it a garden for the kids. So I want to show you today what I've done in the garden. So come along with me. Let's check this garden out. You've noticed that I have put some, which I mentioned before, some pine needles down in the garden. The reason for the pine needles is to keep the weeds down. As you can see, some of the weeds has started to shoot through, and that's because it needs more pine needles. But if y'all saw my last video, you'll notice that around August, when I came back off of vacation, the grass in here was so tall. It took me at least a month trying to control it, to weed it and get it all down. And what I did is put the pine needles, on here, and the pine needles is to keep the weed down. But of course, I need more pine needles. But I think what I've done so far, I think it has done a great job, and I'm going to show you. But first, before I get into the garden, let me show you how I collected the pine needles. Okay, now I am going to collect some pine needles so you'll see exactly what I do. I'll show you. There's a few trees around here, and I just got the idea to take the pine needles up and put them to the plants so that they will help with the weed, stop that grass from growing so quickly. So let me show you exactly how I do it. I'm thinking that the maintenance people are really happy because I'm doing the job for them. They're supposed to be doing this, but I'm doing it for them. So I'm sure that they love me now because I'm doing their job. But that's okay, I'm getting the pine needles. And I looked it up on YouTube, and it said the pine needles have some acid, but they say the acid is so little that it does not affect the plants. The acid is good for like blueberry trees and so on. These are good for those. But for putting them obviously towards the tomatoes and so on that I have. But the experts say that it is so little, it doesn't affect. So let's see, we'll see. Oh, this works. It's so easy to just scrape them up. Look at this, look. See all these trees right here? As the wind blows, all the needles fall. I think they need to raise my paycheck. What do you think? I think they need to give me a bigger salary for all this work, because all this is volunteer. So maybe I need to talk to them about a bigger salary. Oh, there's a big axe. I put the pine needles, I scrape up the pine cones too. I put everything. Whatever pine cones, little sticks, leaves, I just put it all. And I have my wheelbarrow over here. See? There's so much of this stuff. So instead of putting it in the garbage, just use it. It's so much of it. Put some gloves on. I forgot my gloves. Here you'll see some of the things that I've planted in the garden. Now the garden does not look that great, and I will explain it to you. I don't know if I planted too late in the winter, I mean in the season, Of course, I believe that the soil is need nutrients in the soil, and I told you it's kind of hard because you know, I kind of did everything on my own because school doesn't have any money in the budget for a garden, but you know, we did what we could. So I planted some tomatoes, as you can see, some tomatoes, and look, they all fall off the tree and they don't look good. I don't know what happened. I'm not a gardener, I'm just doing some stuff, but as you can see, they fall off. But look, you see how they look? A lot of them look, and some bugs get in here. I think the bugs mess with them, so by the time you come, they all fall off on the tree. So you really, you know, over here, this is some basil. Now the basil still look good because it's winter, so I know I'm gonna cut it down, it'll come back, but it's not really bad. The peppers has been doing really great. It really has. The peppers has been great, but the tomato trees is not doing that good. There's a big tomato over here, and there's some more blossoms, which means some more tomatoes is gonna come out. This one is falling over, so I need to stick that up a little bit better. And these are all the tomato trees here that I've planted. This one, they don't look good, but I'm thinking it's because it's winter, but they're still sending tomatoes out. See those little babies here? I did pick some from here, but not a lot. The basil, I believe, do look good. The peppers has been great. It's been getting a lot of peppers off the tree. The peppers has been great, but there's some kind of bugs in here too that has been not doing too well. And you see, we still got a few tomatoes, and these are the little baby tomatoes, you see. So these ones are doing okay, but it's not. Over here, now I'm trying to be careful in this garden too, people, because there's a snake somewhere hanging around here, and I don't want that snake near me. Over here, between all this weed is mint. I wish I could let you smell this mint. I wish I could let you smell it. It smells so good. We have over here, which is coming up nicely, is some, what is that again? That is lemongrass. Lemongrass. Looks pretty good. Over here, we have some pineapples. And the weed is coming up again, but trust me, with this pine needles, it looked much better than it did before. Okay. Over here is a whole bed of oregano. That's a lot of oregano. That's a lot of oregano. And look over there, look. See that? It's a big ant's nest in there. The ants is making their home among the oregano. Hey, I've just shown you what my garden looked like. Garden is terrible, but you know, at least it's just showing you that you can plant your own stuff. Me, look, I just picked some tomatoes out of the garden. It's not a lot of tomatoes, but you can still get something to cook or something to put in your salad or something like that. And knowing that there's no chemicals in here, this is all organic. Okay, so you can plant your little stuff, and as the spring comes along, you will be able to get more food and plant more food. Now, if there's any of you out there that know about gardening, maybe you can tell me what's going on with the garden, why the tomatoes are falling off. I mean, as I said, this is really not the season, and that could be it, but I also know that the ground need nutrients, and it does not really have the nutrients in the ground. I hope you all enjoyed watching my video. Please don't forget to give me a like and to subscribe to my channel. You can hit that little bell icon. Every time I put a video up, you'll be able to see it. Thank you so much for joining me.